诶，晚上好。有声音吗？有。大家晚上好。今天我们继续来玩遗忘之城，先来跟大家打个招呼。小狼犬、阿毛、姐、小风、福茶、认待机感谢。不对，赛高待机感谢。姐晚上好。上次我们玩到哪边？我想一下。上次玩到又选举了一次 Chester 晚上好，赛高晚上好。然后发现工具人跟人晚上好，女祭司是两情相悦呢。小狼犬晚上好。所以我们要来玩第四天了，第4次轮回了吧？是第4次吗？还第5次？我也忘了。第一回我好像就触发过一次，所以是第5次吗？我也忘了。希望今天能至少触发一个结局，虽然说我觉得有点难。我好像很容易惹 NPC 生气，不知道为什么。而且感觉有一些角色要好几周目你才知道要怎么解他的剧情，真的是有点环环相扣呢。应该是第4次了吗？好的。好的，我们亲爱的工具人，他是人很好。
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who... Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening. Yulia? Oh no.
有利亚。
All right, I can do
先
that.
去解毒跟阻止
All right, let me see.
面包
Stop
师。
Thalia going in
你们晚上
and
好
send the new arrival to
进
the
入
empty
神
shrine.
殿。
Understood. I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
好的，那么接下来我想一下，我们先干嘛？任务，后门之际，覆水难收。这个要先从那个杜丽，要先把杜丽救出来。杜丽要救出来的话，要土司晚上好。所以你赶资料还跑来看，先去忙啦。我想想看，长久之计，森蒂拉询问森蒂拉对于乌尔皮乌斯自杀的感受。可是我还没找到森蒂拉，我只找到他的项链而已。然后那个另外一个候选人原本是被通缉的人，失踪之谜，森蒂拉的下落。乌尔皮乌斯所以那个自杀的我要去把他救下来，问他下落在哪边。然后有德之人然后我们要想办法让加列乌里乌斯当选行政官，才有办法救那个被关在牢里面那一位杜丽，才有办法拿到上部蓄水池钥匙。真的是环环相扣哎。最有可能打破黄金法则的人，我是知道那个角斗士会揍他，然后就触发了啦。不过那个，我先想一下我要用什么顺序，应该先去救那个自杀的那个，试试看救不救得到。毕竟我们已经有拿到那个森蒂拉的那个
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, just as the ocean, but the newly arrived.
这一位就不要触发他的剧情对话了。他剧情对话就是在把跟他一直念的东西再讲一次而已。赶工作，我这边也开始在赶工作了。 哇哇哇！把自杀的那个救下来，快点快点！嗯，谁？这眼泪流淌过整个城市。哦，那个是那位女神的低语。先等等，我们先去救人，希望救得到，不然又要再下一回了。然后我们发现雕像，只要我们视角转开，有一些雕像就会盯着你看，有一些啦，并不是所有的。
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the golden rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not?
哦，然后我上次有看到他跑到那个天主教的礼拜堂。
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times.
说的是こんばんは。
We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the golden rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
等一下再
All
讲。
right, well, it was lovely to meet you.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
不，
Oh no, no.
就走。
Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us.
等一下
We're all in this
该不会
together, Orpheus.
跟他讲话我们就来不及救了吧？
Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing.
哦，原来
Please, you need to talk to him.
我的滑鼠哦，没事，滑鼠刚才跳掉。对，上次他跳下去是不违反法则的，不过因为他跟另外一条我们要找到人的线有关系，所以要去。
Thank you. And please, choose your words.
还是得救他，不然我找不到圣地他在那边。
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone. Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over. It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact. And she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that. Oh, really? That changes things a little.
哦，所以
But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts. No. No. Time's up. I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love.
哎，真的是
I'm sorry.
喂，我不确定我
Ulpius, no!
这个人好麻烦哦。哎，钱不够也不行呢。
I'll have to let everyone know what happened, and I'd best pray.
等一下，我身上钱够吗？我身上钱不够，还得存钱呢。那怎么办呢？钱啊钱！哎，
I hope you're coping. Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and
看看他的
pruning
故
the
事吧。
gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose. Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome,
真的是
7
每个人都在台伯河过来的。
my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to
Tiber.
escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people.
哦，搭上船可是人太多又沉掉了
A。scuffle broke out, and I was pushed
不是
overboard.
沉掉，是人太
The
多。
last thing I remember was the water.
算推挤事件吧，虽然说不是践踏事
I
件。
woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across
哦，
this
没想
place.
到要救自杀的人居然要……
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me. Oh, yes, of course. A slip of the tongue. If you like. I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out.
而且那
I
个人
don't
跳下
put
去
a
之后
lot
是
of
整个
stock
不
in
见了，不
such
晓得跑哪
rumors,
去了。
but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate. Oh, I see. Well, that doesn't surprise me. I'm sorry I even suggested it. I won't make that mistake again. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin? You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer. If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention. I wish I shared your faith. Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats.
所以罗马把基督徒当成替罪羔羊。
It was horrible. Even if I had seen it, and I'm not saying I have, I couldn't in good conscience give it to you. That's all I'll say. Even if I had seen it, and I'm not saying I have.
我觉得
so soon?
不可以用威胁的啊，好吧，我觉得这一次又没办法全部解完了。I need your help。但是我已经有他的钥匙了啦，不过跟跳的吧。
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Magistrate, yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored.
然后另外一边的话是我看看。信仰之药，对，信仰之药。虽然说不是草堆，是那个对，咕噜咕噜的水声吗？看看那个这一位的妻子，上次说要阻止他，选举，结果就被阻止了，他就不帮我们了。
I'm not supposed to be in here. talk. What business could you possibly have with me? An intriguing proposition. Go on. Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that? You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for
对
me,
他
he
把
wrote
自
me
己
a
的
love
署名写
letter.
错了。
Only he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of.
写错
among
妻子的
the
名字就算了，
Landry
结果写错
Romans.
自己的名字，应该不小心写了本名吧？
The name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait
应
a
该是没
minute.
法直接制止的、啊。
Why exactly are you helping me? Oh, aren't you charming? I'm quite sure my husband
这个要
would
拍马
seethe
屁。
with impotent rage if he overheard you say that. I love it. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me. I want you to bring me some wine.
还有他的酒
Just，
一
one
想
small
哦，
urn.
我身上满满的酒呢。
Oh, don't look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. So what do you need me to spell out? Let me tell you something about Malleolus. He talks a lot about freedom, but what he doesn't tell you is that he means freedom for men.
是大男人主义
After
吗
all I've done for him, counseling him through his entire election campaign,
哦
he，had the
而且讲实
audacity
在的，他
to
们选
lock
举
me
只
in
有
here.
男
He
性，成
said
年
it
男
was for
性
my
可
own
以。
good, and that my drinking
我
was
不要。
unbecoming of a lady, let alone the wife of a magistrate. I'll show him unbecoming. Tonight, at his victory party, I'm going to get good and merry, and if he tries to discipline me again, I'll threaten to expose his true identity in front of everyone. I am so looking forward to it. You mean, aside from the fact that I'm locked in this room, and Domitius is right outside the villa, because there's barely any left in the city. In fact, there's only
但
one
我身
small
上
urn.
蛮多
as far as I'm aware.
前几次拿到的
Getting it
酒呢
won't，be easy.
前几次。
So you'll help me? Thank you. Here's the letter.
Here's the letter。哦，我看看。哦，昆提乌斯。取得物品。
Now, perhaps you can tell me who Quinctius really is. What? He's... Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined. I only wanted
所以他是
some
纵火犯
leverage
哦。
over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know. Thank you. Now, I appreciate your discretion in this matter. I think it's best if you go now. We'll speak no more of this.
结果信还是留在身上啊，所以其实那
Why are you still here? Preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave. I think it's about to be Finally.
好啦，反正你已经没有用处了，大概吧。那不过我这样子就知道他哪边有， 跑来这边之后再跑到轮回的那边，实在是有点久。我先看看有没有别的地方可以凑钱啊。
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
他怎么每次都要问一声？
Contrary little cap at mud. Nobody's told you about Hannibal. So, there was one day, said it anyway. So I got and hunched up a creature. If it was a man, maybe. More like a Strix. Or something. I know what I saw, alright? Well,
好的，毕竟看过的时候，我就很用力的把它跳过去了。这边的话都会卑鄙的时间刺客，对啊，也时空之客，也没有到刺客啦，就是我只是可以拿很多很多的物资而已。3件吗？哦，还是有被他抓到。我记得这边有一些物资可以拿。而且他说酒很少，可是我事实上在这边，那这边说不定可以敲破。我事实上在这个城市就可以收刮到大概3瓶左右的酒了，所以你要说它很稀有吗？也还好吧。现实。然后这边实在是要，有别的下水道可以钻吗？那边跳不上去。等一下，如果空手可不可以攀上去？哎，不行，我是不是应该要去哪边学到攀爬才可以啊？然后这边有钱袋、月亮吊坠，他们以它为业。他的头转不到这边来了。弯儿的卡进度真的。这样子的话，我们等一下先去帮那个士兵治疗风湿，看他会不会比较不会去打扰我们的缝制铁匠朋友。这边都没有东西。地下。哦，对啊，有那个神庙的那个，我们上次原本要跟他聊天，结果时间就到了那个，所以我们其实有很多事情要做，要冲刺啊。老人那边，我们还没，上次好像因为发现时间会不够，我们就干脆从前面的成长点先离开了，所以这次应该会第一次遇到他。我刚刚没跟雷欧打到招呼，对不对？雷欧晚上好。 啊，我先存个档，我觉得这边可以跳下去。哎，居然是直接死掉吗？哦，居然是直接死掉。我原本是可以跳，原本以为是可以跳下去去探索哪里的。没了，对，没了。不是你没有可以探索，就不要弄得好像可以探索一样啊。没有空气墙，可是有的地方要给你用空气墙，我真的是不懂。好的，这边。好的。啊，这边也是不行，而且跳下来之后就直接卡在下面了，居然。好的，这边没有。我也觉得好像有藏东西，可是事实上什么都没有。哦，秘密神殿的说明：进入剧院后的洞穴，第一个匿名朋友至奥科塔维亚祝主保佑你。很抱歉我不能冒险亲自和你讨论，但如果我是对的，那么你将会成为像我一样的信徒。你在这里可能无法公开崇拜他，但请知道你不是一个人。如果你需要进行祷告的地方，剧院后洞穴处有一个特别的地方等你。在第一个分叉入口右转，第二个分叉入口继续右转。啊，这个就是我之前找到的那个基督教徒的那个礼拜的地方啊。那边其实我已经去过，可是我没有钥匙，所以进不去。
Keep an eye out for Santilla, would you?
See you again soon, I hope.
What is it, citizen?
哦，这个不是痛风的那位。
Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
As always, priestess.
先去跟工具人打个招呼。等下工具人在哪边？哦，那边。哦，小峰晚上好。不对，小峰，工具人。
Salve again, friend. I went and did. How is it possible? You're a Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus. Sisyphus, he was forced. Oh.
这边已经看过了。
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset, so I'll tell you what. Anytime from now, I'm going. Oh, and
然后花的剧情还需要再解一次吗？
Salve again, my... No. I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about... And how could you... Oh, wait. You've seen it in another time.
对，我看过了。
Well, in that case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run against him. Deal? All right, friend.
好的，要先跟他讲，一堆耳弹是城中而下的，然后有一批羊，女祭司，我知道女祭司。你先我收刮一下物资嘛，物资，这边我记得这边有箱子，有钱跟剑，还有酒。 然后上来这边之后，这边是商店街。不对，这是刚刚那边。这边我记得会有箱子可以拿到钱跟酒，然后那边拐弯其实有一个地方好像可以爬上去，可是我们现在还没有攀爬技能，所以爬不上去。蹲着进去拿到，可以拿到剑。然后这边好像可以爬上去，可是事实上爬不上去。 哦，哎，不行，没办法靠走位。哎，可以耶。哎，快卡住！这边上不去。哎，这边撞到头。但是我觉得这绝对不是正常的解法，就是这样。爬得上去吗？ 我看这不行。感觉还是得用爬的。算了，先这样吧。逆流而上。 这边是基督教徒的那个头上了。哦，他只要一看到那一位自杀，就会跑来这边祷告，然后就再也不会出现了。 先拐过来这边，有一箱钱可以拿。现在有多少了？哦，2100。下一轮就可以救到人了，大概吧。那边原本是有手杖的。然后我记得这边的话，那个被压死的弓箭手尸体会在这边会拿到一把木弓、悬赏布告，十支箭跟1块钱，对，1块钱，很穷的1块钱。接下来
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the... And before you ask, no, but... Tell me, do you have any idea? And here I was thinking I was the... Supposedly, 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn off... Now, of course, that is a travesty. A terrible horror. I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella, Aesop. The goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas... And even if we were to split all...
我相信下集，但是
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not? Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan.
Go
But
on.
first,
不是你走
tell
吧？
me,
是 Go on，
are
是
you
你继续。
familiar with the story of the goddess Diana? Good. Then none of this should be a surprise to you. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand? Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what. Oh, gods, no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away. Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence, I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence. When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger? Only because he was silly enough to get caught. So, are you in, partner?
不喜欢动作或恐惧元素的玩家可以拒绝。恐惧元素，等一下恐惧元素是怎么样？黄金弓哎，蛮好奇的。要答应吗
Are you sure? Last chance.
他没声音。俄语叫我做。
Wonderful. Now, if you'll end this is a quality.
等一下，那个女神居然叫我做。
A gold leaf bow.
赝品黄金弓。
Now I've gone and unlocked the shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
啊。
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow? Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the... A little bit slow, aren't you? Yes, I locked... No, technically, I never said. It's hardly my fault if you can't... Oh, I d... You're just gonna have to take your chances. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving... I would reconsider my... But you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man. Let's find out.
哦吼吼，难怪是动作元素。嗯，这边渡口。哎，厕所，厕所的海绵棍，对，这边该不会是，好，哦，下水道，或者是应该是下水道吧？水藻。等一下，他叫我水藻。哦，可以用弓箭把水藻变成黄金，就可以踩在上面了。哎，这边是哦下水道的那个。
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two.
对，我觉得有黄金蝴蝶的地方都要这样做。
Concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse,
是往浴场的声音，听到一个声音，然后我被吸引来到一个穿着长袍的罗马女人的。那是我正在看着我，我在地狱，但目光也直接看见我的灵魂。这不是，但是真正女人被困在这条上，很自然的。我把这件事告诉其他人，让我无法重现我是变的结果，根本不会相信我。啊，因为他被盯着的时候是不会转头的，可是当大家都往后转的时候，还盯着一个人看。好的。
But when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on,
贝斯
I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love,
哦，
that my heart
帮助
broke.
按住贝斯加空白键来活动。哦，要跳过去吧。我会不会就这样摔死？哦，可以跳过去了。要用黄金化的弓箭来把路变成黄金，才有办法爬上去哦。嗯哼，原来如此。所以我缺的不是攀爬能力，是黄金化的能力。哎耶！找到哦，我顺便进入宫殿啊。如何妥妥的跟住我的中央队？是要把东西黄金化才行。嗯。这该不会就是那一位吧？看起来不是。那位疯了跑进神殿的，看起来不是。被狙击真是方便。真的是还好有弓箭，有弓箭可以做好多事了。而且他还补弓箭给你。
You're not supposed to be here.
Stone.
嗯，水藻没有啊，它没有黄金化啊。 下面 ，down there。我拿的是黄金弓啊！哎，等一下，哦对哦，啊对，我拿的不是黄金弓，原来如此。我有2种弓吼，啊，我一般弓箭拿太多了啦。Down there.
Thank you.
哦，黄金弓可以一发直接打掉对方哦。那我刚才浪费那么多箭。哦，打到不是黄金的地方，它就被黄金化。原来如此。还说 thank you。应该是，我不确定。我们帮他们脱离了现在这种状况之类的。哦，没想到突然变成动作游戏了。居然从解谜游戏瞬间变成动作游戏，哈哈哈哈！哇哇哇哇哇哇！Thank you。哦，瓶子也可以黄金化。这边应该不是啊？他说女祭司该不会是这个女祭司吧？这个疯掉的女祭司。他原本应该是要我用花瓶吸引他们注意力之后，再用水藻把他们全部黄金化吧。对，他们都有说 thank you。 先存个档好啊，我怕挂掉。哦，3不5时就补弓箭给你。看来这边要用到很多的弓箭。这定做的价值似乎是用来压住黄金雕像，然后从雕像上面剥下金层的。哇！谁做这种事情？
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea.
那维亚一定用这些粗厚的工具来雕刻。 来刻雕像。哦。哦，所以他为了把女神救出来，拿那些黄金雕像来。哦，是。哇！他把那些黄金雕像拿来剥皮，做实验。
To free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper, your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
我没想到这样的状况。 有点，这有点疯狂啊！哇！哇，里面有没有东西可以拿的？哦，这边，哎，没有东西可以拿，好吧。这边的剧情让我有点 shock。在打 BOSS 吗？我不确定。因为那女只是会算 BOSS 吗？哦，这边。嗯，对，黄金宫会有亮亮的。 金币袋子。
Help us. Make it stop. Please. Kill me.
没办法，我现在最后一只救不到。
You. Kill me. Kill us. 你要站好我才能瞄啊！哦，可以了。对，这一次完全走了一个我没有想象到的路线呢。很像 BOSS 战前戏，可是会有 BOSS 吗？F5，等个档。嗯。这边出不去了，要从哪边绕？哦，这边。哦，是那个雨露吗？放个档，金币袋子。阅读附近的卷轴。哦，看到了。奈利亚的日记3。我想要将这些灵魂从他们的黄金牢笼中将出来的计划变顺利。
My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone.
下面是活生生的鲜肉。
Drilling through the gold that encased
所以将黄金剥下来，露下下面的筋骨和这个过程让他非常痛苦。
Which is so rigid, it must be some kind of alloy.
让我们给他人造成这样的痛苦，会打破黄金法则。
alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath, and appeared to cause her great pain.
这已经被惩罚过的人没有被算成人吗？
I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet somehow it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body. When I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp
它真的是一个一个剥下来耶。
This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodami to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated room of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments.
简单来讲，就是我们要来找的这个原本在伊利亚手的女祭司，大概是爱上了原本的女神。对，然后想说要救那个女神出来，所以要拿其他被黄金化的人来做实验，怎么剥皮。所以他就一个一个的剥，然后被剥开的人会很痛苦，痛苦到会攻击他。可是他不愿意放弃，所以继续一个一个的剥那些被黄金雕像化的人的皮，都是皮，就是那个黄金啊。所以，对这种路上的小怪，全部都是被他剥皮的人，算剥皮吗？准确说来讲，对，剥皮都是一些被他外面那层黄金皮剥掉的人，已经被惩罚过的人。所以那些人应该是因为这样子的关系，痛苦到对他发起攻击。好可怕！人类的执念好可怕。哦，有看到吗？这个他的死亡没有打破黄金法则，不是重点，已经不是黄金法则了，你知道吗？这这已经算泯灭人性了吧？快到了，对，快到了，天窗快到了。哇，好可怕！觉得他绝对会冲过来。哟，你身后。
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that. And do you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve. You think you can bring me down with your little wood? Walk away? Liar! I love, and now look at all I wanted. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me.
我刚刚跳太快了。他说他发现最漂亮的女人，然后他开始对不对？他突然发现他。开始对我而已，而不对他而已了。很多雕像都会这样，不过听下去都是同一个。
What do you mean the same voice? Yes, I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound similar. I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper. But now that I think about it, they were benevolent and seemed to share a common knowledge. But if these bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was... Wait, I see what you're doing. You're trying to steal her away from me. Were you planning to wait until I'd done all the hard work, then swoop in? Is that it? Liar! You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you made me do. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't peel you too. What? What are you talking about? Wait. So you're saying you weren't coming for us? So I did all this. I ruined her. For nothing. What have I done? Oh God, I feel sick. I can't bear the thought of her being like this. And in so much pain. It's the air coming into contact with her flesh. It's agonizing for them. But the only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. At least that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together. All it would take is one little cut.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Hey, hi. 上个存档，我要怎么说服他？没有，他朝我戳了一刀，然后因为他伤害我，所以黄金法则就启动了。可以再看他一次，我刚才被人按这个，你一定是那一。他让我去那问最可恶的事情。你看你对他做，我害他，你害我对他做的错，如果你不打我这些就完了。
And you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me. Liar! I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my... And now look at... All I wanted was to spend my last moments with her, to see her beautiful face. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me. And she started whispering to you instead. What's so... What do you mean, the same voice? Yes, but now that I think about it, but if these wait, you're trying... Liar! Give me... You think you can bring me down with you? What? Liar. Really? I'm not sure I believe you.
有了。
If you can undo this mess,
如果你可以
I'll
弥
give
补
you
我
the
的错
key to
误，我
my
就给
old
你，我
medical
放在。
chest in the shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would help Lucretia ease the suffering of those still in the city. But if you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood? You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you.
居然是要。
I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the shrine of Apollo. I believe there are a few things in there which may be useful.
还是我在你的房间里已经先拿到你的钥匙了，因为他钥匙不止一把。
Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there. Go, and never return.
哪边？往前走，就是让他知道我用黄金弓可以把那个被剥皮的雕像再变回黄金才可以。哇！所以蓄水池里面的那一个。 其实就是被他剥皮的人呢。所以黄金鹅蛋就是了解，所以我要下一轮再把鹅蛋用黄金弓射下去才可以。原来如此。 又要盖住。所以女祭司就是我遇到的那个女祭司吗？原本以为是这个，结果这个已经封掉了。等一下，我们先去，等一下斗宗刺，我们先去帮别人治风湿。
Salve.
风湿啊，风湿，无非无私。对，绕了好大一圈啊！结果地下的老先生反而没有聊到天。
And lets out his threefold braying.
Name's Rufius.
Would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
What business is that
They
of
follow
yours?
their trades, imitating their previous lives.
Willowbar.
They are
And
ignorant.
this will work?
This again.
Oh,
You're in
thank
a world
God.
of your own, aren't you?
Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately.
风湿，然后遥想会盯着看，然后又是基督教徒，怕被抓。
It was too much. Started messing with my head.
所以他才会很暴躁的一直去骚扰那个提浆部嘛。
I owe you one. No idea what you're talking about. All right. After this, we're square. I think I have seen that plaque. Sorry I lied. Can't be too careful these days. Hidden to the caves behind the theater. Turn right, then right again.
右转，然后再右转。
Oh, and here.
拿到钥匙。
You'll need this key.
神秘神殿的钥匙。
Didn't get that from me. No idea what you're talking about?
Fortune
Look,
smile on you, brother.
I have it's the rheumatism. I know that's not. I'll leave him alone from now on.
Oh.
It's not as if I was ever going to hurt him.
因为
I was just
风湿的关系，他变得暴躁，所以就开始去欺负。
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
好的，所以我们应该可以这一次可以先让他拿到一个名牌了。然后不对，不是这边，是上，对，这边。我们先去那个原本爬不上去的地方。这边。要黄金化之后才可以爬上去。哦，结果就是绕了一大圈而已嘛。有拉丁文的名牌上面写着 “Porto”。财富之父，刻了一个鱼的符号，看来应该是有宗教意义。结果我在拿到钥匙之后
I said, please leave. You're trespassing.
好的 ，Open， 跑掉了。
I hope you're coping. Oh, so soon?
好的，我想想还有什么地方是可以用弓箭射的。我记得水池那边有一个。神殿钥匙变得没有用了。哦，500块，5支箭矢，9瓶，拿走。Treasure Hunter。结果我还是没找到圣地拉，圣地拉到底哪？ 哦，原本那边以为那边是上去的路，结果不是。哦，然后这边鹅蛋已经被我捡起来了，不然其实是可以黄金化的，又可以拿来金色的鹅蛋。金色海藻。它在水流之处哭泣。应该是有，因为会跑到酒馆去。
So you survived the system. Probably just
跑到酒馆去吃东西，这个剧情是要稍微晚一点才会出现的。大家不会那么早去酒馆吃吃喝喝。这边我记得有个地方有绿藻可以。蝴蝶，我记得有地方有蝴蝶可以使用。这边没有蝴蝶，可是可以用弓箭。哦，700多块，原来是很多很多的钱。哦，可以攀爬了。找到别的方法进入上部蓄水池。找到进入上部蓄水池的方法。Who are you? Why are you crying? Oh.
You? Who are you? Did he send you? Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back. I'm Centilla. I found a way out through the Gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key. Emptyer.
Oh, Emptyer.
My adoptive father. Furies help me.
对，那个执政官也不是好东西。
Straight and crucify him. I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either. Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key. I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together. There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
我如果放你走，其他人会死。我准备放你走，我们一起离开这儿。把所有人都记起来，做好好好准备呢。
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
Thank you. Now for... Wait. Did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
不，我不确定他想弄我还是想弄他。
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted player.
不，像那个人弄的哦，原来如此。
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was preserved or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just the 3? Not many. But don't worry, I'm sure there'll be another useful idiot who comes along after you're dead. In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it? Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this, but where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death by reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after your dust. Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title,
这个就是想在小地方当他的王的人。
And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly
居然是用一天的循环来达成永生的吗？
Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow? Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
Many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
创造一个时间悖论。哦，因为我把我传送回来的人干掉了，如果我再也不会轮回，我直接回去了，是这样吗？
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Centilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Centilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light. What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry, come again? Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it. I'm not following.
我帮助圣地拉杀死的一个打开一道时间，带到就这一切的事情。
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal.
这就是穿越时间拯救世界的人会发生的问题，没有任何人记得。哇哇哇哇哇
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's a lot to take in. Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Centilla used, if we can find it.
我现在手上只有手电筒。那边是爬上来的那个。巴尔从上面下来，然后巴尔沃斯，我的高架群，通过高架群离开，耶！好，我们出来了。阿尔呢？
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else is ever moved in this temple. You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
Whoa. 佩蓉还在吗？哦，还在。哦，旁边这不能走了。
You're back, but you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al? Oh, what a relief! Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there.
Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
Ah, I see. I thought you might.
哇！眼睛。
Now you know. I suppose you have questions.
我是不是也应该变一下？哦。 哇哇哇！红颜好朋友。
You can just call me Carol if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time. That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead. Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know? As you wish. You were murdered. You were exploring an old tomb when you discovered cache of forgotten relics, including 2 silver coins of ancient origin. Unfortunately, as you emerged into daylight, you were set upon by 2 thieves. A nearby hiker saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid, trying to help you recover your bounty. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was Al Worth. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Karen's Opal by some. And so it was my duty to bring you here.
因为 Karen 也变红眼了，所以想说眼睛也变红好了。所以他为了救我也死掉了，但至少这一次没有让他上吊了。
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferryman for passage across the river. Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here. That is a question you would have to ask him, if that were still possible, in light of the path you have chosen.
如果你选这条路，你可以问他问题，为什么不从我这里给他秘密？
Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see, the coins on you and
所以我们拿的是最后
were
的
the last of the 1,000 in existence. There is nobody else to ferry here, nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course. I see no point in keeping you here, but I have to ask one thing, that you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
圣地亚留给我的留言吗？
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me
他
that
人
so
不
many
理
dear
解，
friends
突然
were
他人
not
性
so
格的结果，而
fortunate.
不是你。
Opus, Cynthia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions.
他希望我们不要有罪
And
恶
all I
感。
can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will
应
not
该
be
是叫
for
我回
nothing.
去做跟那个神
Cynthia.
对峙的那个结局吧。
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
The one that got away 4种结局其之二。哎，我居然是直接解到第2个结局吗？如果你和冥界之神对抗，会有多少人能活下来？哦，所以我解到第2个结局，第1、3、4还没解到。Delivered by more than storyteller。哦，第一次破完结局，我们先来看一下片尾吧。还是其实不用早看，毕竟还有3个结局要解。所以在把执政官干掉的那一瞬间，我应该就已经造成悖论才对。哎，对耶，像是我不是开头就把他干掉就好了吗？哎，对应之前神话的4个结局，对。如果我在开头直接用弓把它变成黄金会怎么样啊？我其实有点好奇，会直接造成悖论吗？所以说能的话是希望可以救到所有人的结局，可能好像要直接面对神明。我现在只拿到1个名牌而已，还有3个名牌要拿。反正我应该会把4个结局都解完了，如果做得到的话。接下来下一次。我记得有一个是要打出去的，然后一个是要逃出去的路线，其实有2个耶。逃出去，下次让那个老好人、工具人、好人当执政官，不对，我觉得执政官可能会想。觉得有可能执政官会做掉他。我看哪？不过我们已经知道圣地拉的位置了，然后也知道封掉的原祭司的位置了。接下来。还有一个在神殿里失踪的那一位，应该就下一次了吧？我原本今天要跑那条线的，结果绕着就跑到另外一条线了。哇！我没想到马上就跑到另外一条线去了，真的是想不到。我没想到拿个弓可以跑出那么多，哇！动作游戏，不能转，那慢慢跑吧。License to end production in Japan by Ozumi Amazo。 对，阿姆自由。下面是日文的吗 ？OK。哦，这个是在地化，法文、德文跟不对，西班牙文，然后下面那个是唯一的片假名，片假名就是英文吗？只是有的时候你会不确定它要怎么拼，就是了。那 Amazon 吗？我不确定。CEO、COO、CTO， 虽然我大概也只知道 CEO 是什么东西，所以 COO 跟 CTO 是什么 ？Program Manager、Studio Director、Special Thanks to。下面这些该不会是赞助者或什么的吧？应该不是，看起来不是。相关知识的来源，他们基本上应该这种历史类的东西都会有一定的那个引用来源，历史跟神话应该会有一定的引用来源。Love supports made this game possible. CTO 是技术长 ，COO 忘了哦。好的，谢谢小凤的补充。继续。COO 是营运长哦，然后 CEO 是执行长。点下去应该是会继续下个轮回吧？我们下一次再继续，还是要进去把弓箭射执政官一次啊？我一定想试试看呢。看看会不会直接悖论，我有点好奇。我真的我有点好奇，会不会直接引发悖论？反正不需要很多时间嘛。会直接到这边来吗？哦，所以会直接回到那个结局前。原来如此。会直接回到结局前，那么我们就去跟执政官 say hi 吧。Where are you， 执政官？哦，所以因为我们已经突破轮回了，所以他会让我们不放他跟执政官没关系，我们就直接跟执政官 say hi 就好了。
That's quite an impressive bow you have there, just like Diana's.
Can you hear me?
This is a rather strange first impression. Now, you're probably wondering. We have? Is that about? You broke it. Well, it seems you Look, it's unfortunate. Now, thank you.
many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
创造一个哦。真的哎，把他干掉就成了。嘿，哎，
Oh,
worse.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm
而且结局不一样。阿尔沃斯，我就是来找你的。
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
真奇怪，那肯定不是我。那个人就是我。
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry, come again? Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it. I'm not following. So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this. I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here. How can you say that? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. It's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
The many shall suffer. 哦，这边我们出不去啊，因为我也没有黄金弓，所以我也出不去，所以我们两个一起被关在里面了。这个结局哦，原来如此。结局一是我们永远被关在这里面，而且出不去，然后阿尔会对我生气。然后第二个是我们只救了圣地拉。然后接下来要这个结局直接把宇宙毁掉吗？没有把宇宙毁掉，是我们直接把悖论解除了，可是我们没有离开的方法，所以我们两个永远的被困在这边。也像是这样子。好的，先结束游戏。今天一次2个结局耶。眼镜先变回来吧。算了，直接先这样吧。大家辛苦了。那么我们下礼拜会继续想办法把另外2个结局解出来。对，还有另外2个结局，应该有一个可以救比较多人，然后最后一个应该是要跟神对峙吧？我在想，阳泉那边火灾不是开头就来了吗？对啊，开头有跟你打招呼了呢。 杀人魔是学不回来。哎呦，也对啦，杀了对我杀了一次，然后塞蒂拉杀了一次，所以准确来讲只杀了一次呢。应该是越后面的结局可以救越多人，或者是干脆让这个东西，就是让这个Limbo 冥界直接就是，我觉得当初 Pluto 把它创出来，就是有点像是怎么讲，希望有人通过他的考验之类的，所以说不定最后跟他对峙的结局就是达成他的条件，让他关闭这里。然后让所有，我说的所有是指那些年变成黄金雕像的人救出去的结局，大概吧，我觉得有可能是这样。所以第3个结局，我觉得应该是城中大部分的人可以救出去，就是那些活着的人里面，大部分人可以救出去。然后最后一个结局应该是可以达成说服他。这个结局让他解除掉这个冥界，应该是这样吧，大概。好的，那么我们今天就先到这边。我看看有谁开台，有谁还开着呢？YT 这边好像没有。退群那边的话，错、秋秋、哈吉、月牙熊、怕狗，巨熊，还蛮多人还开着的。如果你们还没有休息的话，可以去那边看看。如果觉得累的话，就差不多该去休息了。那么今天应该就先到这边了，先切结就好了。大家辛苦了，感谢大家来看。那么跟大家打个招呼就关台喽。我看看从哪边开始，从任任开始好了。任任晚安，欧亚斯咪。然后世贤晚安，欧亚斯咪。小峰晚安，欧亚斯咪。无茶晚安，欧亚斯咪。小当兄晚安，欧亚斯咪。古斯晚安，欧亚斯咪。我看看小当兄。讲过了。陪我晚安，我要斯咪。世贤晚安，世贤讲过了。然后贝子晚安，我要斯咪。还有人吗？还有人希望被打到招呼的吗？我看看，没有红。那么我们今天就差不多到这边了，大家辛苦了。晚安，我要斯咪，祝大家有个好梦，拜拜。